Hardware acceleration uses specially built computer hardware like silicon microchips to do a narrow set of tasks faster than a general purpose central processing unit or CPU. So what does that mean to you as the user? You'll often have the option of turning hardware acceleration on or off in your applications, but how useful is hardware acceleration really, and what does it do? Let's quickly talk about hardware acceleration. The CPU in your computer can solve just about any type of mathematical problem. But because of that, CPU circuits use more components to deal with numerous and various kinds of tasks. They take up more space, generate more heat, and aren't as elegantly designed as a circuit built for a single task. With hardware acceleration, a special integrated circuit or microprocessor does one specific task or a narrow set of related jobs. The circuits are designed for a very particular function, and this provides a significant performance advantage. Sometimes, that hardware is built into the CPU itself. Most modern CPUs have dedicated internal sections that accelerate specific types of math used for tasks like video encoding and encryption. In short, hardware acceleration means giving a specific job to a unique piece of hardware that's a jack of one trade and masters it well. How does hardware acceleration benefit the application you're using? It often depends on the type of hardware and acceleration, but the usual benefits apply to most situations. Hardware acceleration greatly improves performance. Your app will run more smoothly or complete a task in a much shorter time than without it. Acceleration frees up your CPU to do other things, leading to a general improvement in system performance. The CPU can offload work to the specialized hardware and then go on with its business. For instance, running video games and streaming video simultaneously, or using an application like Discord. Hardware acceleration can be crucial for battery-powered devices. It's why your smart device can play video for such a long time without tanking your battery. A small specialized chip almost always uses less power than a large and complex CPU. In general, hardware acceleration is something that you'll want to leave on, but there are some cases where it could be a drawback. Hardware acceleration often causes instability. Despite being slow, CPUs tend to be highly reliable. For instance, there's little point in having hardware acceleration speed up video exports, but then it crashes before it's done. Hardware acceleration is unfortunately inflexible to new developments. You might have hardware acceleration in your computer for a specific video encoding method, but if something better comes along, you'll have to buy new hardware to support it. The type of hardware acceleration your system supports might not offer the best results. So if you favor quality over speed, it's better to let the CPU handle the work in some cases. For example, if you don't have hardware support for HEVC encoding, but want its quality advantages over the H.264 codec, you'll have to rely on CPU-based encoding. For a more in-depth discussion about where you could use hardware acceleration, check out the article linked below. See you next time.